Let's be real for a minute. You've got a fucking problem. You've got a problem and you need to fucking change. What's your life going to look like in 5 years' time if you don't fucking change anything? If you continue on this same trajectory, if you continue making the same choice, the choice that men all over the world, weak men, they choose the easy way, they choose the soft way, they choose the certain way. And I fucking know that because I chose that way all my life. But if you're listening to me right now, there is another way. I want you to close your eyes and just imagine what another 5 years of this fucking frog shit piled upon your life. The pain, the misery, the discomfort, the shame, more and more and more. And every time you reach for the fucking easy, softer way, that every time that you go, oh fuck, I just can't do it today. Ask yourself, what's going to happen to your body? 5 more years of this shit. What's going to happen to your marriage? 5 more years. What's going to happen to them, their ambition that's fucking still there, but being drowned every night by the bottle? The self-respect that you fucking barely hold on to as you fucking shake for another drink. Because the erosion doesn't happen overnight. It's night of night, over and choice, over and over and over again. The erosion takes place until you wake up and you don't even recognize the man that you thought that you were. You don't recognize the piece of fucking shit that you think that you are. It was drowned in the bottom of a bottle. Gave all his hopes and dreams up so he could get pissed one more time. And I fucking know this. I know. I've lived this life. So I'm not fucking saying I'm fucking perfect and I've got it all worked out. No, I fucking don't. I'm human. You're human. We're all human. We're a part of this human race. A race to the bottom if we're drinking every night, but a race nevertheless, because most men don't implode. They just fade away. They fade away into insignificance. They fade away into apathy. They fade away into hopelessness. And they drift to the end of their lives and they recognize that they could have been something and they could have fucking done something if they had have just did something different. And that different is just fucking doing something different. What's another 5 years of weekend drinking? What's that gonna give you? Every weekend you're getting pissed. 5 more years of that. 5 more years of the kilos stacking on. Sleep being missed. 5 more years of I'll start Monday. What happens is your identity fucking just fades away. You become the man that doesn't keep a promise and everyone fucking knows that they can't rely on you because you can only rely on the fact that you're going to be pissed. Your kids are going to watch you disappear into the abyss of the unknown. Your wife loses respect for you because fucking you've lost respect for yourself long ago. Your business, your work, all gone because you chose the fucking bottle. And you say, well, I know that I need to change. I know that I need to stop drinking. And then you ask yourself, why don't I change? What's the fucking problem? Why am I doing this stupid shit over and over and over again? The truth is, you're choosing comfort, immediate comfort, rather than choosing sacrifice for the long-term good of your life, your family, and your pride. Because the health effects don't happen like with one choice. It's a compounded fact. You don't put on the weight overnight. It's compounded after choice in the wrong direction. You're walking in the wrong fucking way, and that's the problem. We start off as young fucking men. We start off as people with hopes and dreams, and we can have anything. We can do fucking anything. But you know what? We just do the easy, soft thing, and we start walking in the wrong fucking direction. And then when we get to our middle age, like my fucking age, we think, fuck, how the fuck we get here? When I was young, I didn't go, oh, I'm going to turn into a fat fucking lazy bum drinking fucking beer and every night and fucking talking about all the things that I could have done, thinking about all the people that I could have been, thinking about how fucking great I could have been. You don't want to live that life. You don't want to be a could have been. You want to be are. You want to be the fucking man. You don't want to fucking could have been the man because nobody remembers the could have beens. They only remember the ones that were. And because it's not too late to become the man. It's not too late to fucking change who you are. It's not too late to make a fucking different decision because if you're still alive, if you're still breathing and you can still fucking open your eyes and walk in a different direction, you have the opportunity to change your fucking life. It's that simple. It's not magic rocket science, but you've got to start choosing the right way. You've got to start choosing the direction you want to go in rather than the easy way that you have been going in. And also you've got to realize if you get to a middle age and you realise, oh fuck, I've been making the wrong decision for quite some time, that's taking you to realise that your ego and your identity is wrapped up in this shit. So if you say, well fuck, I've been making a mistake, you've got to own that mistake and go, well I've got to do something different. Because most men don't want to say that they've got a problem. Most men don't want to say that they're fucked up. I don't want to say I fucked up. I have real problems saying I fucked up. Sometimes I do fuck up and sometimes I do say it and sometimes I don't. But the truth is, with alcohol, you have to just say that you're fucked up, own it, look it in the eye and say, fuck you, and walk in the other direction away from it. Because life isn't about getting pissed. Life is about living. So you have to start defining your new identity and start living that identity. And because nobody wants to feel weak, nobody wants to live the life of a weak man, and you no longer negotiate with alcohol because, you know what? Alcohol can get fucked. And another thing that really stops us, and so many times you see people over and over and over again, they stop drinking and then all of a sudden they realise once they've removed alcohol, what happens? They're bored. They're angry. They're fucking empty. They feel pressure. They realise that alcohol was just fucking covering all this shit. But that's okay, because the only way you can create a new life is with space, with an opportunity to create. But before you create something, you have to take something away. And that thing that you're going to take away is alcohol. And that's going to be really fucking uncomfortable for a little while. But you either choose to be a bitch or you choose to be a man. You choose to take the easy, soft away, or you choose to step up in and take the opportunity to rebuild the life that you want, to start to define who you want to be, how you're going to be, and then fucking just do it. Because it's feeling. It's okay to be afraid. I know not all men that went to war all those years ago were running into war thinking fucking this is the shit. But you're going to war on alcohol. You're going to war on mediocrity. You're going to war against yourself. And that's okay. Because the war needs to be fought. Because the fight, but you'll be fighting this battle whether you want to or not. If you start now, you might have a chance to win. But if you wait another 5 years, the battle will be lost before you've even had a chance to pick up your weapons. Because I know for myself, I woke up in intensive care with tubes down my throat after having a stroke. That could have been the end of my battle. That could have been the end of my war. But no, God had other plans. And here I am. So I implore you not to wait till it's too late. I want you to decide what sort of leader that you want to be for your life. What sort of father do you want to be? What sort of man do you want to be? And what standards do you want to hold for your legacy and your life? Because until you define these things, until you go in a direction that you choose, you will just continue to choose the easier, softer way. And that's not to say that you might slip up, you might fuck up, you might make a mistake, and that's okay. Because part of being a man is making a mistake, recognizing that we're making a mistake, owning the mistake, changing, and then recalibrating and moving back into the position that we want to go. So what's your life going to look like in 5 years? Because I want you to ask yourself, are the choices that you make today getting you closer to the life that you want or further away from the life that you're going to create? Because until you make a conscious decision with conscious actions, in a conscious direction, you will always be just going with the flow. And if you're listening to me now this far, you're not a man that wants to go with the flow. You're not a man that will fucking just go with the flow. You're a man that's got to step up and fucking step into your life. So if this is something that you're interested in, if you want to create a new life for yourself and your family, you want to create a new legacy for yourself, you want to become the man and you want to get sober, reach out to me, because I'm taking on a select few men to join me in the battlefield against alcohol so that they can rise up and become the men. So that we can kick the piss together and become the men that we always knew that we were born to be. So you can become the man that you want to be, rather than becoming the man that your weak choices fucking lead you in. Because it's important to get structure around your life, because the structure will keep you motivated and keep you moving when the motivation fails. Because you don't want to rely on motivation. You want to rely on structure, accountability, brotherhood, and ultimately yourself. So my name's Jason, I'm from Kick the Piss, and if you want to stop drinking, reach out to me and I will help you stop drinking and we'll get there together.